Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the greenhouse. It's been a little while and I have some updates I want to show you. I've had problems, as most people have, with heat this year. Everybody has their challenges, and for greenhouse growers it's heat mainly. So with these hot temperatures we've had, it's been a struggle, but I'm fighting through it. We got another week of 90-degree temps, so I'm not looking forward to that. Just out here every day trying to keep these plants cool. I don't know if I showed you guys my misting system. I installed the rest of them. You see back here I got 1, 2, 3, I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines going through here. And there's 3 different valves, 3 segments on those 8 lines. And each segment is going off right now every 6 minutes for 20 seconds, starting at 10 a.m. and they end at 7 p.m. just to keep things cool. I have 10 foggers in here that I put in front of the fans. I replaced the misters and put foggers because they're a smaller particle of water, and with it being in front of the fan, it just gets a lot cooler with the fog. I'm gonna turn these on for you really quick and I'll show you what they look like when they go off. Like I said, these go off for 20 seconds right now. I don't know if you can see anything or not, but it's throwing out some good mist throughout the greenhouse. And it noticeably gets cooler in here when the misters go off, so that's how I've been fighting my heat. And it's been doing a good job. I mean, with how hot it's been, I'm not gonna complain. I could be a lot worse right now. I did get some burn on the leaves, but that's to be expected. And like I said, and maybe I didn't, but I've been having problems pollinating because of this heat. It seems like whenever a flower opens, it's on the hottest day of the week, so it's never fun pollinating in 90+ degree temperature, especially when you're in a greenhouse. It makes it a little bit extra challenging. But I'm going to take you through and I'll show you what I have set, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's go check that guy out first, the 2145. So here's the 2145, day 13. This one's pollinated with 2624. I mean, she's a good basketball right now, I'd say. Quite a bit bigger than a basketball. But what I want to show you guys, and I did this for reference. Normally I wouldn't do this, but this year I decided to do it. Every single pumpkin is set up differently as far as how you can set them up. You know, trimming secondaries, allowing your tertiary to grow next to the pumpkin. I did every fruit differently to show you guys the multiple different ways you can do it. This would be traditionally how I would set up a pumpkin. It's just an S, and I cut the tertiary at the fruit. If you will see, like, see, there's no tertiary, it's just the main vine and a traditional S curve. That's how I would traditionally do it. Come over here. The 2624 is not pollinated yet, but look how I'm setting this one up. So with this guy, if I can zoom in here, it's a little bit bright. I cut the main at the fruit, and I'm allowing the secondary to become the new main. That's another way to do it if you are, you know, it's a lot easier to get the S curve doing it this way, and it works just as good. The secondary, the plant's gonna now treat as a new main. Over here, I have a pollination on the 2096. With this particular fruit, I did the traditional S curve, but I allowed the tertiary to grow. And look how I'm bending this tertiary around. See, I have the fruit right here. It's on day 2. Main vine, traditional S curve. Right here's the tertiary. See how I bent that tertiary around, and the tertiary is gonna go out the back side. It's another way you can do it. There's multiple ways to do this, and in no way is wrong. You can get a huge fruit in any way, and I'm gonna prove that this year. This way, this is how I grew the 2185. So this one right here is a traditional S curve. Main vine is cut right here. I allowed this secondary to go out and this secondary to go out. This secondary, so basically I allow 2 secondaries to go out past the fruit with the main vine cut right here. This is going to be a main vine. I'm going to allow tertiaries to go and fill in, and this is going to be a main vine with tertiaries. So this particular setup, think of it as an S-curve, main vine cut, allowing the first 2 secondaries to grow as new main vines, so you get 2 main vines. That's another way you can do it. I've done it that way, and like I said, the 2185 was done that way. Back here I have, and I'll jump over here, this is the 2095, we'll say plant B. This is a 2095, I'll refer to it as plant A. So plant B, I'll jump over there really quick, and alright, so we jumped over there. This is that 2095 Brandt. This particular fruit I did similar to the 2026. So I cut the main vine, and I'm allowing the secondary to become the new main. But I'm going to allow this secondary behind the fruit to come out, and this is going to be a main as well. So I'm going to have a main right here and a main right here, allowing tertiaries to grow off those secondaries. I'm going to call them mains because I'm allowing tertiaries, and I'm going to train them as Christmas tree pattern. So my thought is I'm going to have a source behind the fruit and a source in front of the fruit that's a little bit stronger than your average, you know, just a straight secondary. That's another way I'm going to do it this year. So I have 5 different ways I'm growing fruit this year, and we're going to show you how each way, you know, there's no wrong choice. You can do any way you want. There's no right, there's no wrong. But this is the 2095A, and this fruit is day 12. Again, this is a very good basketball. I don't know if I can show you guys. A very good basketball, I'll consider it. Or maybe a bit bigger. I have fans set up on each blossom. I like to dry the blossoms out as fast as I can. There you guys have it. That's the patch update. Thanks for watching. I'll get you guys another video in about a week or 2. Probably on my next tissue test. I'll go over that and how I'm adjusting from my tissue tests. So, alright. Take care, guys.